I have another listening practice video for you today. We're going to be listening to a man and he's talking about his last conversation with one of his mates. I've talked about mate before. It's used a lot in Australia to mean friend. And I have two questions for you today. When did he last speak to his friend? And what was the topic of their conversation? I'll play the file 4 times, the first time at normal speed, the second and third times at a slightly slower speed, and then one more time at the normal speed again. And then after you listen to him, we can talk about a few things that he says today. Okay, let's go.
I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand, and he sounded as happy and as positive as ever. We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing, but we spoke about that regularly. I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand, and he sounded as happy and as positive as ever. We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing, but we spoke about that regularly. I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand, and he sounded as happy and as positive as ever. We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing, but we spoke about that regularly. I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand, and he sounded as happy and as positive as ever. We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing, but we spoke about that regularly.
I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand, and he sounded as happy and as positive as ever. We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing, but we spoke about that regularly. Now let's talk about a few things that he said. The first thing that he said was, I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand.
I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand.
Get on. Here we're talking about a plane, but we can be talking about a bus or a train or a ship, just something large that can carry a lot of people. So when you get on a plane or a bus or a train, it means that you're going inside it and it's going to take you somewhere. You can also use get on when you're talking about things that we ride. So you can get on a horse, on a bicycle, or on a motorcycle. But we do not use this when we're talking about cars or vans or taxis. They really only carry maybe 4 or 5 people. So we say get in the car or get in the taxi. Another way that you can say this is to board the plane or the bus, but this sounds a little more formal. Phrasal verbs feel more casual, and that's why they're used a lot in everyday conversation. So that's the answer to my first question today. When did he last speak to his friend? 2 days ago, before his friend flew to Thailand.
I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand.
And then he said, and he sounded as happy and as positive as ever.
And he sounded as happy and as positive as ever.
As an adjective, as ever. Ever can mean always or at any time, depending on your sentence. So you use this phrase to say that whatever it is that you're describing is always like this, or it's usually like this. For example, if work is always busy and your friend asks you, how's work? You can say, as busy as ever, and then you can roll your eyes. So work is busy like it always is, or like it usually is. Or your friend could be looking as pretty or as handsome as ever. So your friend is looking very pretty or handsome today, like they always do. Here, his friend sounded as happy and as positive as ever. So the last time he spoke to his friend sounded happy and positive, like he always does.
And he sounded as happy and as positive as ever.
He then said, we spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing.
We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing.
This is another filler, words or sounds that people make when they're thinking about what they want to say next. They don't mean anything and you can just ignore them, but they're very common. What are some other fillers that you've heard other people say?
We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing.
And that type of thing, and that sort of thing. We use this to show that what we've just listed is not complete. We've only just said a few things. For example, if there's a new shop that just recently opened and you went there for the first time today, your friend asks you, so what do they sell in that shop? You can say, cakes, muffins, pastries, that sort of thing. So you didn't list everything that the shop sells, you just listed a few things to give her an idea of what the shop sells. Here, they talked about things related to their health. He didn't tell us every health-related thing that they talked about. He just gave us a few things to give us an idea of what their conversation was about. So that's the answer to my second question today. What was the topic of their conversation? Well, they were talking about their health, about looking after their health, trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing.
We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing.
And then he said, but we spoke about that regularly.
But we spoke about that regularly.
Now, what I wanted you to listen to here is how he said regularly. Regularly.
But we spoke about that regularly.
He didn't say regularly. He didn't say the third syllable. He just said regularly. And this is very common when the second last syllable has the sound, the schwa sound, particularly library, February.
But we spoke about that regularly.
And if you don't know what the schwa sound is, then I suggest that you watch this video next.
But we spoke about that regularly.
People take shortcuts when they're speaking because there are some words, like these words, that take a lot of effort to say properly. And people don't care if they're pronouncing things correctly or properly. They just want to get their message across to the other person as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And this is real life. And sometimes we don't even realize that we do this. I discovered this recently when I was making this video, if you remember. Do you remember the sentence that I talked about in that video? That was really interesting. So yeah, I recommend that you watch that next. So just remember that people will take shortcuts whenever they can.
But we spoke about that regularly.
We talked about a few different things today, so I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, then I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Let's listen to him one more time at the normal speed.
I spoke to him 2 days before he got on the plane to fly to Thailand, and he sounded as happy and as positive as ever. We spoke briefly about, both trying to get fit and stay healthy and that type of thing, but we spoke about that regularly.
Thank you for watching today, and here's the video that I was just talking about. I'll see you there.